Here's today's problem. The square root of b plus the square root of negative b equals 20. We want to find b. We start by looking at the two square roots themselves. For the square root of b to be a real number, the thing inside has to be 0 or bigger, so b would need to be at least 0. But the second term is the square root of negative b, and for that one, negative b has to be 0 or bigger, which pushes b the other way. B would need to be 0 or less. The only real number that satisfies both at once is b equals 0. And 0 doesn't work, because then the left side is 0 plus 0, which is 0, not 20. So no real number solves this, which means b is a complex number, and that's where we'll find it. To keep the writing clean, let's give the two terms names. Call the first square root s, and the second square root t. So s is the square root of b, t is the square root of negative b, and our equation says s plus t equals 20. Now let's square each of those names. Squaring a square root gives back the number underneath. That's just what a square root is, and it works the same way for complex numbers. So s squared equals b, and t squared equals negative b. Now add those two lines together. On the left we get s squared plus t squared. On the right we get b plus negative b, and b minus b is 0. So s squared plus t squared equals 0. We also know s plus t equals 20, so let's square both sides of that. On the right, 20 squared is 400. On the left, s plus t, all squared, expands the way any binomial does. The first term squared, plus twice the product, plus the second term squared. So s squared plus 2st plus t squared equals 400. But we just showed that s squared plus t squared is 0. So those two pieces vanish, and all that's left is 2st equals 400. Divide by 2. St equals 200. So now we know two things about our pair of numbers. Their sum is 20, and their product is 200. And anytime we know a sum and a product, we can build a quadratic whose roots are exactly those two numbers. Here's why. If s and t are the roots of a quadratic in Z, it factors as z minus s times z minus t. Multiply that out and we get z squared minus the sum times z plus the product. So s and t are the two roots of z squared minus 20z plus 200 equals 0. Let's solve it by completing the square. The first two terms, z squared minus 20z, become a perfect square if we attach 100. Z squared minus 20z plus 100 is z minus 10, all squared. Our constant is 200, which is 100 plus 100. So the equation becomes z minus 10 squared plus 100 equals 0. Move the 100 over. Z minus 10 squared equals negative 100. So we need numbers whose square is negative 100. Since I squared is negative 1, 10i squared is 100 times negative 1, which is negative 100. Negative 10i squares to the same thing, and those are the only two. So z minus 10 is plus or minus 10i, which gives z equals 10 plus 10i, or 10 minus 10i. Our pair s and t is exactly these two numbers, one each. If s is 10 plus 10i, then b is s squared. Expand it. 10 squared is 100, twice 10 times 10i is 200i, and 10i squared is negative 100. 100 minus 100 cancels, leaving b equals 200i. If instead s is 10 minus 10i, the same expansion runs with a minus sign in the middle. 100 minus 200i minus 100, leaving b equals negative 200i. So the equation has two solutions, b equals 200i, and b equals negative 200i. Let's check them against the original equation. Take b equals negative 200i first. The square root of b should be 10 minus 10i, and squaring confirms it. 100 minus 200i minus 100 is exactly negative 200i. And since its real part is positive, it's the standard square root. Then negative b is positive 200i. And 10 plus 10i squares to 100, plus 200i minus 100, which is exactly 200i. Now add the two roots, 10 minus 10i, plus 10 plus 10i. The imaginary parts cancel. The real parts give 20. Exactly 20, exactly our right-hand side. And for b equals 200i, the very same two numbers simply trade places. The square root of b is 10 plus 10i. The square root of negative b is 10 minus 10i. And their sum is once again exactly 20. So both solutions check out. B is 200i, or negative 200i. That's the problem for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, a like is always appreciated. And subscribe if you'd like to see more. See you in the next one.